Hey guys, how we going? My name's Cam, welcome back to the channel. So I've got a video coming today that I am both super looking forward to filming, doing, building, but at the same time really been dreading it. The reason for this is, if we remember back to, I think it was about video 4 I put out so long ago, the Lego corner diner module that I pieced together from online. And I remember at the time super looking forward to it, but it was just so long to separate all those deliveries, find all the pieces, all the steps, box it up. I was missing parts, things were hard, it just took forever to do. I remember thinking I'd wait as long as humanly possible for this. So I have to do this again. So anyway, moving forward from that, I started looking more and more into Lego and found a set which I super wanted to build. However, not only was it retired, it also wasn't technically brought out by Lego proper, which made it even harder. And it also then was in high demand and super expensive if you wanted to buy it in the box. So the particular set I've been looking forward to building is the Bricklink designer program. I think it was set 910008, the modular construction site. So this set, it's quite well known. It's in a lot of the big cities around, you see on YouTube, all different places. And I don't think a city would look overly full or complete without it. Weirdly, an incomplete building makes it look complete. Go figure. However, so over the last, I think about 6 months, I've been slowly boxing together, piecing together these sort of things. I've got package after package here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of them. 6 packages. I thought I'd finally finished, and then I submitted my last order to Lego, and somehow the order got lost between PayPal and Lego, so it's still pending in PayPal, but Lego didn't get the order. But I clicked it off on Bricklink, so I don't know what pieces I'm missing. So I'm going to have to start building it and then realize what pieces I'm missing. Oh, it's going to be a trauma. But again, super looking forward to building it, so I can't wait to get this one finished. So as always, we're going to do a bit of build video, and then you're just going to see the struggle I go through to put all these parts together. And then we'll do a review at the end. Super looking forward to this one, guys. Stay tuned. Hope you enjoy it. Cheers. Okay, so here we are, going on about 3 weeks since the initial sorting. Didn't want to record too much of the sorting. It was pretty boring. It took me, across 3 days, took me hours to do. Watched a few footy games, watched some ESPN vids and that sort of stuff on the side. But now I have the last 3 packages. So going to split these apart and then finally be able to get started on the crane. The other thing I found as I was cleaning up the other week is a whole bunch of stuff that I had reordered. I also have no idea why I ordered pink pieces, but I'm sure I'll find out at some point. So yeah, 22 individual boxes or separation things, and once these together we'll be good to go. Also, as a little bit of a tip, if you are going to piece together a whole bunch of things, make sure if you add extra parts on, you know what you're going to be building. Because I added a whole bunch of parts across the various orders and they went in the big part pile to separate. And I have since found all of them, and it just took a fair bit longer. So yeah, if you are going to order extra parts for a piecing together thing, make sure you know what those parts are and separate them at the time. All right, let's see how this build's going. Cheers. So there we go. That is the Lego Bricklink modular crane build done. Can honestly say I think this one is my favourite build at the moment. Absolutely love doing it. There weren't a huge amount of like secret things, Easter eggs, that sort of stuff. But what it did have was a huge amount of attention to detail, which I absolutely loved. Also, there's a lot of little minifigure scenes around. You've got the jackhammers, you've got the guy up here looking at the plans. There's a painter, and then there's obviously the workbench with some drill presses. We've also got a lot of cool little mini builds down here, like we've got the cement roller as well as the cement mixer. And then the portaloo is really cool for some reason. I just really like it. But obviously the star of the show is this big crane up here. Just kept on adding pieces to the crane. I thought it would end up being super heavy and that sort of stuff, and I thought it was just a lot at the time. However, every part of it definitely just adds to how good this thing looks. The rigidity of it is great. Obviously you can lift up the crane, slide it across, that sort of stuff, and drop back down. The one challenge that comes with it is the fact that you can't put this up against a wall on this edge, because the crane does go further back than the modular on these two sides. So that adds a little bit of a challenge. I have to work out something with that. But it's such a nitpicking little thing that I don't like about it. It's almost not worth saying. The rigidity of the build as well is super impressive. I was a little bit worried looking at pictures that it might be a little bit flimsy, but all of these columns have rods in the middle of them. All the front section here is interior bits, then bricked a bit around, then bricked around again with pins on the other side, so it's not going anywhere. The design at the front, it looks close enough to the regular Lego modulars to fit. However, it is unique enough that it does look different. I like the Nougat, I think it is, masonry bricks. They look great. This build is it was so much fun to build. One of the small characteristics which I really enjoyed, which I haven't had based on the way the other modules are built, where normally you'd be building the modulars floor by floor by floor, each in its own separate build. The cool thing about this one is, until you get to the top, everything is just one build. So you get the feeling of just building up and up and up and higher. And up on the slightly larger table I have here, it was really good. It almost got up to about eye height when I was building it. And then attaching that as well, everything was just really high up. Just gave it a sense of scale that none of the other buildings have, which was just really quite enjoyable for the city. Look, I highly recommend this build. It has things that, as I said, the other builds don't have. The fact that it is still an ongoing construction site, I think, adds a feeling of busyness to the city, which will be great. Obviously, every person who has a city has a million different construction vehicles, so they'll go in well with it. Little boom gate here. I highly recommend this build, guys. If you are able to piece it together, I definitely recommend doing it. So as always, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please don't like and subscribe. And until next time, happy building. Cheers.